Hello there, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I can see a few people who are on regularly, so welcome back to you guys. Really glad that you could join us again, and a few new names there as well. So welcome along to you guys. I hope that you get a lot out of this evening. Now, for some of you, you might sort of realize that what you signed up for tonight was our foundational trio webinar. But from what you can see on the slide, we are actually going to switch things up a little bit for you tonight. Now, don't be too scared. It's still going to be taking a look at some of those products in the foundational trio, but we've got some really big news for you. We are actually launching a new strategy, and it's to help you guys grow your business and definitely to help you focus in a lot more on building your social media. So what is it called? It's called the Q Plus Breakfast. So basically it's a program which is using some of the products that we also have in our foundations pack, but creating it into an even bigger and better bundle, but really focusing in on, one of the things that people are just too busy to do well, and that is just to eat a really good, healthy breakfast. So we're going to take you through tonight what that real strategy actually looks like and why we're really focusing in on promoting a healthy breakfast and how it's also going to work with the social media. So I'll take you through that full strategy. As I said, I will also cover a little bit around the foundational trio as well, as was advertised too. So I can see we've had a lot of people just quickly jump on then, so welcome along to you guys as well. Now, I'd love to hear from you guys. Please jump into the chat box. Let me know where you're listening from, that you can hear, and that you can also see my slides so we know it's all working really well. And once I know that's all happening, we can get started. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Sally Baker. I am a naturopath and a national health and wellness trainer. I've been lucky enough to work with Amway for just on 16 years now. Oh my goodness, that's gone so quickly. I've been incredibly lucky to be around the products and to be around IBOs for the last 16 years. And I really think that you guys are going to love this new strategy, which is it launched officially yesterday. So you might have seen some of the social media posts up already. So now you'll know all about it as well. Oh, thanks, Susan from Adelaide. All going well, thank you. Oh, and Meng Tan from Perth. Awesome, thank you guys. Brilliant. So all seems to be working. Great. So what we're going to go through tonight, we're going to really take a look at the Q Plus breakfast bundle. So what's it involved in the pack and any discounts and benefits that you're getting. We're going to take a look at the overall concept and then break down those key points, and also just take you through some really quick ideas about why breakfast is actually important, why and the reason why we've put all this together. Then we're going to take a look at what actually makes a good breakfast. So that'll be where we get into those foundation products and really looking at the breakdown of protein and fats, carbs, vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. And then at the end, I'll take you through the amazing social media strategy that has been put together to help you guys grow your business with Q Plus Breakfast. Now, before we get started, I also wanted to just mention that this is really the first of a series of webinars that we're going to be running. So this is really like an overview webinar. We will be going into a lot more detail over the coming weeks around the product and also about the different strategies, and particularly around the social strategy as well. So keep your eye out for those. But firstly, in regards to the product, what is the Q Plus Breakfast Bundle? So you may have seen this pop up on the website now if you've been shopping recently as an option to purchase. And this is basically what it looks like. So it's 2 of the Positrim protein bars. You get the all plant protein powder, you got Double X, and you've also got the omega-3 complex. So as you can see, they're all listed there and what you are going to get. And with the protein bars, it is the mixed berry smoothie and also the cafe latte that you get. When you purchase the bundle, you will get a full 10% discount, but you will not lose any of your PVBV. So you'll get the full PVBV, but get the 10% discount off the price. If you're doing a click and collect order, so as many of you know, in Australia and New Zealand, we unfortunately aren't able to open our business centres as we normally would, but with the great new addition to our website earlier in the year, we do have the option for click and collect. So if you are near one of those business centres, you can place an order for the breakfast bundle and you'll get a free tote bag with that. All right, so I want to dive now into what exactly Q Plus is. So what is the concept of Q Plus? Well, it's all the Qs, so I hope that makes sense. The 3 Qs that we're bringing together, which makes for that Q Plus title. So the first one is quality, the second is quick, and the third is qualification. So quality, I mean, I know, as I mentioned, I can see a few names there of people who've been on a few of our webinars over the last couple of months. You would have heard me constantly talking about, we think these are amazing quality products. If you haven't yet had a listen to our traceability webinar, I'd highly recommend you jump on there so that you can learn about where the product's coming from and why we really believe that they are very high quality products. So in there, we're looking at, how can you ensure that you're getting all of the nutrients that your body needs to really, kickstart and have a great day ahead and provide the nutrients that your body needs to function on a daily basis and give you optimal health both today and the future. So it recommends around 2 scoops of the protein powder and a bar as well, and it's either or both depending on your individual needs. And then you've got your 1 serving of Double X along with your 1 omega-3 for your breakfast. Now I did get asked earlier today when we were doing this same webinar, is this sort of suitable for someone who's losing weight, or is it suitable for someone who is going to the gym on a regular basis? The great benefit of this pack is that it's not for just one type of person or one goal. It really is something that can be highly tailored to suit your individual needs. So these are what you're going to get in the pack, but I'm going to show you exactly how you can create them into options that are going to work for you no matter where you are to create really good health for you. And then quick, I I can't tell you how much I'd gotten out of the habit of, being prepped for breakfast in the mornings. Over the last, we've spent officially 9 weeks with my 3 primary school age children at home. It had some challenges, but I must say breakfast routine and our general morning routine, was a lot more laxed, and maybe we weren't doing things the way that we used to. And while we were still sort of, having a breakfast and having something that was quite healthy, we probably weren't setting ourselves up in the way that we had of in the past. And, now going back to school, which, we've been very lucky that they've been back at school now for the last 2 days. But I really noticed over the last 2 days how we had gotten out of the habit and we were trying to rush this morning. And I think, that's what people really do need. They need something that's going to be quick and easy for them to get together that's still going to have that quality product and provide all the nutrients that they need. And then lastly, qualification. We know that you guys are here to grow your business and we really want to help you do that. So you are getting, when you purchase the bundle, that 10% discount, but you're still keeping your full PV and BV. So really, let's just go over those key points again. We're looking at really good quality products. So your Double X, your omega-3, so we know that they're going to provide you with the micronutrients, which is the vitamins and minerals, your macronutrients, so things like your proteins and your fats and your carbohydrates. You've got your phytonutrients and importantly your omega-3, and they're going to provide you with a really well-rounded start to your day, all the nutrients that your body really needs. Quick as well. We really need, in the mornings, we're all often on the go. So we do generally want an option that is going to be quick or only take a few minutes for us to make and not then spending hours sort of cleaning up after as well. So for those who are super rushed in the mornings, or those particular mornings when you are in more of a rush, the Positrim bars are a fantastic breakfast on the go. I was speaking to someone this morning and they were saying that they get up and go straight to the gym, but they don't like to eat their breakfast until after work. So they're trying to sort of, sneak in their breakfast between the gym and work. So the protein bars are a fantastic option there. The other is the all plant protein powder. So I know for a lot of people, they've just been using this maybe, mixed with a bit of water or mixed with a bit of milk and just using it that way. But there's so many ways that you can actually use the protein powder. So we're going to be showing you over the next couple of weeks through our social media strategy exactly how versatile but still quick and easy the protein powder is to use in really nutritious meals. And then lastly, as I've mentioned, which obviously is very important as well, is your qualification. And that's your 10% off the price, but with your full PV and BV. And also, I forgot to mention as well, if anyone has any questions, please pop in to the chat box. I would love to answer any of those questions as much as I can. Oh, I can see one already here. Brilliant. Thank you, guys. Who have we got here? So we've got Kaz from Melbourne. Thank you, Kaz. And Kylie. Hi, Kylie. Okay. Okay. So yes, good question. I know we're going to get asked this one a lot. So at the moment, the Positrim bars are the mixed berry smoothie and the cafe latte. They're the only flavors that are in the bundle at the moment. So there's no chance at the moment to change them up. I'm not sure if they're going to look at doing that in the future, depending on, how well this actually goes. It looks like a few people have actually asked that as well. So good question. Awesome. All right. So why exactly is breakfast important? Well, breakfast is, we've always heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And the reason is that it really helps to set you up for a good day ahead. It gives you sustained energy, basically to keep you going through the day. And I don't know about you guys, but I certainly find if I, either skip breakfast or my breakfast isn't, fulfilling, it doesn't sort of, I don't feel full afterwards, or it's just not a big enough breakfast. I don't feel, full after having it. I tend to go for other snacks during the day. Like that's when, if I'm out and about and I may see something like that little muffin, or sometimes a big muffin, I'm more inclined to actually be thinking about those kinds of foods and making those poorer food choices later down the track. And research has definitely backed that up. If you have a really healthy breakfast in the morning that's filled with all the good macro and micronutrients that we're going to talk about, then you're actually less likely to reach for those other foods for the rest of the day. So basically having a good healthy breakfast means that you're going to be making better food choices throughout the rest of the day as well. Really important to help with your energy levels. A lot of people, it's one of the biggest problems that I hear from people as a naturopath is that they have energy issues. So they're feeling really sluggish by the end of the day. And most people don't think about the fact that breakfast will actually set you up to not be as sluggish in the afternoon as well. Also, having breakfast actually helps kickstart your metabolism. You're actually breaking the fast. You haven't eaten overnight. Your body changes, when you're in that state of fasting. So it's really important that when you're breaking that fast, you're actually providing your body with good quality, nutrients and foods that are going to be more satisfying for you as well. Now, most people do tend to, or if they do have breakfast, they might either be grabbing something that's really highly packaged foods, like your cereal boxes, or even just, some toast with, butter and jam or something like that. Whereas, and often, people are either not meeting their calorie needs in the morning, so they're actually having a really small breakfast, like it might be just a slice of toast, and they're not actually meeting their requirements. But it is really important to actually meet those energy requirements, even for breakfast, because it actually helps you to feel more satiated, which means you're fuller, and then you're making better food choices throughout the day. So it can actually sort of reduce your total calorie intake if you're eating a really good quality breakfast as well. So for women, they recommend around 300 to 500 calories for breakfast, and for men between 375 and 275. Now, obviously, that depends on your goals as well. So if you're looking at weight loss, that's going to be different from someone who's going to the gym and trying to bulk up versus someone who's just trying to stay generally healthy. So let's take a look at some of the products in the bundle. Now, the first one is the all plant protein powder. And like I said, this one hasn't been, we know it's a really popular product. It is a great product, but it's such a versatile product. We can use it in so many different ways. And we're really looking to promote that with the Q Plus Breakfast social strategy. So I'll share a little bit more at the end with you on that. Now, the all plant protein is a really high quality protein source, and it's made from 3 different vegetable sources. So it is an all vegan product. It's made from soy, wheat, and also pea protein. Now, it's really important that we've actually put those 3 different sources in there. And the reason for that is any vegetarian or vegan source of protein needs to have what we call the 9 essential amino acids. So protein is basically made up of numerous different types of amino acids. To actually meet the requirements that you need to have a complete protein, you need to have a mix of different vegetarian sources. So meat and dairy is actually a complete source of protein, but most vegetarian food isn't. So that's why it can be a little bit tricky for vegetarians to actually meet their protein requirement. And often for vegetarians, as a nutritionist, when I studied back in school, we were always taught that if you are having a vegetarian meal, you need to make sure that you're actually including 3 different sources of more protein-rich food. So it would be things like lentils would have to go with some brown rice, and then they would have to go with some particular forms of vegetables as well to ensure that you're getting your complete protein. So that's why this is a great source, because you're getting it from 3 sources, you're getting your complete protein in a vegan form as well. Now, the benefit of it being in a vegan form, even if you're not a vegan or vegetarian, is that it means that it's very low in carbohydrates, also very low in kilojoules as well. So it's only, it is 8 grams of protein per 10 grams served, so 80% protein, and there's only 170 kilojoules per serve, so very, very low in calories as well. And that's why for that really healthy breakfast, it's great to be able to mix it into smoothies and all these other fantastic things that we're going to show you recipes for as well. Next is the Positrim protein bars, and great questions before, guys. The 2 different flavors which are in the bundle is the mixed berry smoothie and also the cafe latte. Again, these are really good on the run solutions for those people who are just too busy to make their breakfast in the morning, but you're still not going to be missing out on all those valuable macro and micronutrients that your body really needs. So these are a really good protein boost. There's 22.5 grams of protein per bar and only 2.2 or less grams of carbohydrates, depending on the variety, which is really, really low carbohydrate. So if anyone is interested in, or they're being a little bit more cautious about carbohydrate or looking at weight loss, they're fantastic for that because they are really low in carbohydrate. I know, I've done a few comparisons with products that are out, via health food stores, and it really, doesn't compare with what's out on the marketplace in regards to the amount of protein versus the amount of carbohydrates. So great on-the-go snack for those days that you're just really, really busy. Omega-3 complex. So we know that in this day and age, most people are just not consuming the amount of omega-3 that their body really needs. So they need to be filling that gap. And often supplementation is the only and the best way to do that. So it's really important to us, though, that you're getting a great quality product as well. So our omega-3 is obtained from cold water fish, and they've been really highly studied for their specific nutritional values, and they've also been through a lot of stringent testing to ensure that they are of the highest quality as well. So there is certain regulations that have to be met by Australia and New Zealand to be able to sell fish oil supplements. So they need to have lower levels of mercury and heavy metals. Ours actually exceed those recommendations, so they are really good quality products. The EPA and the DHA Now, these are really important numbers that we need to know, and they basically are the breakdown of, I guess, the active ingredients of omega-3. So that's really important to get that ratio right as well. We also add some extra vitamin E into our omega-3 complex. And the reason that we do that is that fish oil can be quite unstable. And by that, I mean it can go rancid quite quickly. And oils will do that. If you leave oils out in the sun, they are, prone to going rancid, or if you put them in really high temperature frying pans, so like in woks and things like that, you'll see lots of smoke, and they actually go rancid fairly quickly. So we actually add the vitamin E into that to ensure that that doesn't happen, and you're going to be getting the highest quality product right up until that use by date. And of course, like with most of our products, we don't add any artificial colors or preservatives in there. Now, lastly, but certainly not least, is our fantastic NUTRIWAY Double X. So this is providing the micronutrients as well as the phytonutrients. So your micronutrients are your vitamins and minerals, and it contains 12 different vitamins and 10 different minerals in the formulation. As I said, also the phytonutrients, so they come from our 22 plant concentrates, and they're really providing you with all the different colors that you should be getting in your diet of phytonutrients or plant extracts, and they're giving you antioxidant defense in your body. In there, we've also got the patented Phyto Protect blend, which is a blend of rosemary, fava beans, and oh my goodness, I've just had another mental blank. I did this last week and I had to go and look it up and I've forgotten again. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry guys. But our Tri blend, which works together in synergy based off all of the research that they have done over in the Nutrilite Institute to find which herbs actually are more potent to use together. So that's part of the 22 plant concentrates in there. All right, so that's the products. Like I said, tonight really is an overview. So I know I sort of rushed through those products quite quickly, but next week we're going to go into a lot more detail about those particular products, and how you may be able to speak to your customers around those products as well, and hopefully build your confidence in speaking about them too. Now, with Q Plus Breakfast, it's not just about the products and not just about buying the bundle. As we spoke about, it really is that whole concept of providing quality products that people can have for breakfast to provide them with the energy that they need to get through the day, and also around something that's going to be quick and easy for them to use, and also that's going to help with qualifications. But a big part of the concept is a social media strategy. I know in the past, working with NutriWay and Excess, more so NutriWay, I think, it's been a little bit challenging for I know for you guys as IBOs to really get out and promote the product. I know there's a lot of rules and regulations around the supplements in particular, which make it a little bit more challenging. But there are ways around it, and we really want to help you guys with that, and help you promote what amazing products you actually do have in your business. And that's where really the social strategy has come from, and we'll be focusing very heavily on Instagram and Facebook. And what we're really focusing in on is something it's not as glamorized as I guess what we've done with NutriWay in the past. So by glamorized, I don't mean sort of having glamour models and things like that. I just mean that often they're very highly sort of not photoshopped, but a highly processed photos, and sort of very serious information. But we really want to make it more fun. I think the way that social media platforms work really well is to get engagement with people by showing them, what's relatable to them. So I know for myself, as a really busy mum, I'm probably not going to be looking at these beautiful images, of trees with a supplement sitting in front of it. What I'm going to be really interested in, what I'm going to interact with, is someone showing me a really quick way to get breakfast on the table first thing in the morning, without too much stress, that my kids are going to actually eat, that we can do quick, we can do easy, and we can get out the door as quickly as possible. That's who is going to be talking to me on social media, and I know so many people out there who would, find the same information really useful as well. and it's got to be speaking to your audience. So that's, I think, something that we're really trying to concentrate on with the Q Plus social media strategy. Now we're going to be sharing lots of recipes because, as I said, our all plant protein has been highly underutilized. It's such a great product that you can use in so many different recipes. So we're going to be sharing with you lots of smoothie recipes, pancake recipes, also how you can mix them in with your oats and other breakfasts, and also how you can make muffins out of them as well. And while, as a company on our own social pages, we will be putting out a lot of this information. We don't want it just to be up to us. We want you guys to really interact as well. And we'd love it if you could share your recipes and your favorite breakfast on the social pages as well. So that is actually starting I believe next week. So in June, we're going to be having a really big focus on sharing your recipes. And in particular, there's going to be a challenge coming up, which is a protein pancake art challenge. So yep, get your chef uniforms out, everyone. Get ready for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have yet to attempt artwork with my pancakes, so this could be interesting because I might be doing a bit of a demonstration for you guys over the coming weeks. Hopefully I don't burn the kitchen down. I'm not known for my fantastic cooking or artwork, so this could be interesting. But look, I can make good food. It just doesn't always look fantastic, as my kids would tell you. I'm sure pop a couple of berries on top and I'm sure anything will look good though, right? So yeah, as I said though, really fun and really relatable is what we want this campaign to be like for you as well. So here's just a little snapshot of some of the collateral that has been put together for the social media feed. So we're going to be doing lots of polls to get interaction, which, highly recommend that you're doing on your feed as well. And you can share a lot of this stuff with your audience too. Lots of recipes that will be available for you, but in a more fun and sort of relatable way than what we've ever done in the past. Here's a few more ideas, and these are really cute sort of fun ideas just to get engagement with people as well. And that's the great thing about this campaign, is that it's not, it's not just all facts and really, as I said, glamorized. It really is about getting down to the nitty gritty of what we're doing in everyday life. And at the moment, I know a lot of people are really struggling with, going back into having to create those breakfast routines. So it really is a great time to get people engaged with, how they can actually create a great new routine in the morning where they're really looking after their health, setting themselves up for a great day, but also getting all the quality nutrients that their body actually needs, and in a really quick way of doing it as well. And I think that's really important to note too. Over the last couple of months, I think it's become more and more clear to people how important it is to look after their health. So this is a great opportunity that we've got at the moment where we can share with people who are interested in creating better routines for themselves, to creating better health for themselves and for their family as well. Ways that they can do it that don't take forever. They can be quick, they can be easy, and they're not going to break the bank as well. I think you're covering all bases there, and all readily available for them. Obviously, there's the bundle pack, which you can provide, but it's also so much more than that. There's, all the recipes, and all the social media interaction with people as well. All right, so let me just have a look. There are a few questions coming through, so I'm just going to have a look. Is it possible? Unfortunately, they're all pre-packed at the moment, so there's no option at the moment to sort of change around the Positrim bars. That's just what you're getting at the moment, those two different flavors. In regards to the social media, so our socials, the Instagram handle is Amway Australia New Zealand, or if you just type in Amway Australia, it should come up, and Facebook is Amway of Australia and New Zealand. If you have trouble getting to those or you don't remember, the best thing to do is on our website, scroll down to the footer and you'll actually see the little icons for the socials just on the right-hand side down the bottom there. If you click on that, you'll get taken directly there. It's an easy way to remember. All right, So just as a little recap, in the Q Breakfast bundle, you will be getting the Positrim Mixed Berry Smoothie, as well as the Positrim Cafe Latte. You also get the Double X, which is the 31-day refill. There's one of the omega-3 complex, so 90 capsules in there. You get one of the all-plant protein, and with that you get the 10% discount along with the full PVBB. So that works out to be $233.56 in Australia. And for you guys listening from New Zealand, it's $276.30. But as you can see there, you're getting your full PV and BV. As I also mentioned, we are doing click and collect at the business centre still, so we're very lucky that we've got that option. I know the guys have been incredibly busy, so I know a lot of you out there are using it. So great way, to help support the business centres when we can't be in there actively. But they are offering a free tote bag when you do actually collect the product through there. Now, as I mentioned, this is really just an overview of what Q Plus Breakfast is, and we're going to be talking about it a lot more over the coming months. So next week, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's June already. Where's the time? Where's the year gone? Next week, we will be going going in depth a little bit more around each of the products. So I'll actually be looking a little bit more in depth around the Double X, omega-3, the all-plant protein, as well as the protein bars, and really how that ties in to creating a good, healthy breakfast for the Q Plus breakfast range. The next week, I'm going to look more into immune health. So not specifically related to the Q Plus breakfast as such, but we know at this time, so many people are, looking to support their immune health, and particularly as we're getting into the cooler months, it's such an important time to really be aware of how and what you can do for your immune system. And also, this is a great one, in regards to Q Plus breakfast. If you've got people who are really, looking to support their overall health and to create new habits, it'll be great to sort of, combine the two of them together. The next week, oh, excuse my spelling mistake there, my bad. Q Plus Breakfast on socials, that should say. So we'll be looking at how you can actually build a health and wellness business on your social media, show you how you can really get involved, with creating recipes, creating polls as well, and ways that you can get, your audience to actually interact and engage with you, and really help you to grow your campaign. So we will be going through some of the rules and regulations around social on that as well, because I know, quite a few of you have mentioned to me over the last couple of months that it is a little bit confusing. So we'll really be sort of getting into the nitty-gritty of that. And then towards the end of June, it's the 21st of June, we'll be delving a little bit more into sort of, exactly why breakfast is so important, what are the macronutrients that you should be actually having. And also I may even be pulling out my apron and doing a little bit of cooking that day. So yep, hold on to your hats for that one. It could go either way, but let's hope the pancakes and things work out. So yeah, I look forward to hopefully you guys joining me over the next couple of weeks, where we're really going to go into a lot more detail around Q Plus breakfast. We think this is a great initiative, and as I said, I really think this is a great time because so many people are starting to get back to some form of normality, and really looking to get into those healthier habits. It's a great time to get started on them. Again, thank you so much for joining. If you do have any questions, please just pop them quickly into the chat box there. I might just wait a minute. Oh, here's one. Awesome. Yes, for anyone that did join late, we were going to do the Foundational Trio webinar tonight. We did make a little bit of a last minute switch, so apologies for that. But as I mentioned, the Foundational Trios are basically part of the Q Plus breakfast bundle. So that's with our all-plant protein, Double X, and also the omega-3. So which is why I included a little bit more information in there, but we will be going into a lot more detail around the product, and I guess what would have been included in the Foundation Trio next week, but really all around the Q Plus breakfast bundle as well. So we're just sort of expanding that bundle and really creating it into a big campaign. Okay, I think that's all the questions, guys. Just seeing if there's any more. Oh, here we go. There's just a whole lot of just popped up really quickly. Okay, I used to have protein powder before. Oh, that's an interesting one. So someone's basically said that they were told by their GP not to take the protein powders. If you have a pre-existing, there's certain pre-existing conditions that you shouldn't be taking protein powders. So perhaps that's why your GP actually said that. Not knowing your individual case, I wouldn't make any alternate recommendations from what your GP said. For the average population, having a moderate amount of protein powder, it shouldn't be making up your whole protein intake for the day, but using it to fill those nutritional gaps. Is absolutely fine for most people, and as we saw, they're actually made from 3 different types of food sources anyway. But yeah, I would be just a little bit concerned about making any alternate recommendations for you, because I don't know the underlying issue and maybe why your doctor has recommended that that's not the best thing to do for yourself. Okay. Oh, okay. I think that's the same question that's came through a few times. So hopefully that's answered it. I know I sort of didn't give you a clear answer necessarily, but really important to always follow your GP advice if you do have any underlying health issues, because obviously I understand your circumstances as well. Okay. The social sharing. Okay, so someone's just asked a little about socials again. Oh, where have I gone? Here we go. Okay, so the social sharing slide, I'm not sure which one exactly that means, but these are the social slides. So basically with the social media strategy, we're really looking at adding in recipes that we'll be sharing with you guys and that you can share obviously with on your social pages. We're going to be looking at doing a protein pancake art challenge. So that should be running in June. We're going to be getting you guys to share all your recipes. And again, we want it to be really fun and really relatable as well. These are mock-ups, so please don't think this is all, what's going to be on the final. It's just sort of to give you a bit of an idea about, the direction that we're going to be heading. As I said, we'll be looking at polls, adding in recipes in different ways, getting you guys to share what you've done as well, and then also creating, some little fun memes to make it interesting and relatable for people here as well. So, something like hangry, we all know the term, we've all been there occasionally, and it's something just to make people laugh, but also to give them a little bit of a quick tip as well. Okay, so I hope that's answered the question. Okay, oh, okay, interesting. So, okay, so Kasim, that's an interesting one, because I know a lot of protein powders would be made from dairy, which would have higher levels of cholesterol in them, possibly, not huge amounts, but that could possibly why the GP was a little bit concerned. Ours has no cholesterol because they're made from all plant sources. Again, I would still be talking to your doctor about that it doesn't, it is from plant sources, and discussing further as well if that was their recommendation. Is there a specific age group that can start taking all plant protein? So it's from the ages of 2 and over. You can actually start taking the protein powders. So yeah, I give them, my kids absolutely love their, I need to put one of my recipes up. My kids love the all plant protein. I usually mix it in with some milk and some berries. They absolutely love berries. A little bit of cocoa powder or cacao powder, so it's the sort of the raw chocolate powder. And then the, what else do I put in there? So a handful of spinach. So my kids don't even notice that there's spinach in there because it looks like chocolate and they can't taste it because of the berries. So that's how, pretty much 3 times a week we would have that for breakfast in our household, and my kids demolish it. And they can sometimes be quite picky, but they're pretty good with that. Okay, so the presentation, all of our webinars are recorded and they do go up onto our YouTube page. Usually takes around about 24 to 48 hours and then they're available for anyone to view up on the YouTube page. Cool. Mum's tricks. I think I should be able to. Yes, definitely. That should be a new hashtag for sure. Ways to get kids to eat vegetables. I am a pro at that. Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. And thanks for being so interactive tonight. It's been great to get all your questions as well. And thank you, for taking the time out of your evening. I know we're all kind of getting back to being a little bit busier again, but I do really appreciate you coming. And hopefully you can join me next week. For those of you who, are maybe looking for that little bit more information that I would have given you in the foundational trio around those 3 products in particular, I will be delving into those products next week as well. So hopefully I will see you there. All right, have a great night. Bye.